Hi, welcome to Free Spirit. So I wanted to share this spirit message that came through this morning. I'll put it word for word in the description box below. But what a beautiful message, especially going into 2020. And we've been cleared out and we've been more divinely getting in tune, to be, so to speak, to be a more divine channel. But this is beautiful. This message for 2020 spirit message literally said, trusting and listening to the most divine parts of you is your divine compass to go by. So, trusting and listening to the most divine parts of you is what is going to be your compass. It's the compass you were born with, but somehow during the journey got lost at times. You found your compass. Not just found your compass, but trusting and listening to the knowledge and guidance it's giving you. Yes, even when you are insisting on a particular direction now, if the compass is telling you to slow down, you do. When it tells you to go in another direction, you do. When it tells you to stop, you do. When it tells you that you may be going in a wrong direction, you listen and you turn around. Yes, it's this divine compass that you are now trusting and listening to over what anything else may be telling you. It overrides your own desires to get from A to B because you trust the divine compass knows directions that you are not even aware of. You cannot see all the levels of the journey from your perspective, so you trust and listen to the divine compass that provides direction through all the different levels of the journey. It's this that is steering you now and steering you in direction of what is needed. And when followed with faith and trust, the whole journey can be more at ease. Have less struggle at the wheel, knowing that all is going divinely in the correct directions. It is not you alone making this journey. It is not you alone figuring out the directions or how to go. You are receiving direct guidance from this divine compass. It's your part to trust and listen to this compass when it gives guidance and direction. It's your divine compass to go by. Trusting and listening to the most divine parts of you is your divine compass to go by. Don't lose it again. This made me laugh. Don't lose it again. When you feel off course a bit, just check in again with the divine compass. It will never steer you wrong. Much love and guidance to you all along the way. Trust and listen to your divine compass, especially now for 2020. We are all being divinely moved by these divine compasses we each have. So they gave me this card, which is so interesting because the card itself says, take control of the situation. We know you can do this. They know we can make the journey, but we have the divine compass, and it's the wheel is even lit up. So it reminds me of like you're connected to this divine connection, and this is the light, the inner divine knowledge and divine compass that you are empowered by. And you're completely linked with this energy, the divine energy, with the divine compass on the journey here. And that's what the wheel of this particular wheel is even attached to, in a sense. So you're going to be steering and checking into this divine compass, and you do not want to lose this divine compass. And if you feel lost at sea or lost in the direction, or you're insisting on going to A to B, but the compass is all of a sudden saying like take a left or take a right, or this is not the direction, no matter what your physical eyes or physical heart and mind feel, it's the compass, this divine compass, that's going to be lighting up this wheel and overriding what you're trying to manually steer here. You're going to want to listen to this divine compass, and they know you can do this. That's the control that you have within the situation, is in the physical, with your hands on the wheel, with the divine inspirations and actions you physically take, but they're going to be linked, literally linked with the divine compass. And that's the steering you want to do in 2020. You've been cleared out. This little thing here reminds me of the connection to the divine. This connection has been cleared out, so you're more divinely connected and being steered with divine guidance and support. And underneath here, as we steer, it's telling us literally explore new ventures and move forward with confidence. And you cannot make this up. The card literally says, you know, there are trips. It's all about trips here. You're going forward, explore new ventures, move forward with confidence. We are with you. They are with you. So as you're going forward on this journey now, they are with you as this divine compass in this reading, in this message, spirit message. They're with you and literally lining up the wheel, lining up the way of which way to go. You pay attention to that. It's your divine compass. And we all get it in different ways, but we're to be reminded of that and know that you're not alone on this journey. And the most important part to me in the spirit message, which was so amazing, was that very often we think we're planners, we're strategists, we got to go from A, B, C, D, E, we lay out the steps and everything else. But from our perspective, we don't see all the levels of the journey. And they do. So that's why a lot of times you have to check in with the divine compass here and let that override at times. So even if you're trying to go from A to B to C, and this makes complete sense to you, but no matter what you're doing, you're not getting anywhere. You're like stalling in the water, or you're just not getting to land. You're in the middle of nowhere the more you go. They know the way more. A, B, and C, it couldn't be made up of different levels of the journey that you, from your perspective, you can't even see. You might be purposely being led to A to G back to B because maybe you need something from over at the G point for the B. You don't know from your perspective. What they're saying is we've been tremendously cleared out. 2020 is about being a clearer channel, having more divine inspiration, being more divinely inspired, and taking more divine actions. Came up in another reading, you're walking now with one foot on the earthly plane, one in the spiritual. We're all grounding higher love. Things are becoming more clearer. There's profound light coming in from the divine with clearer vision on things, new truths. It's shedding light on us and everything around us. Everybody's seeing new truths in things. Things are getting very clear. And it's this divine. It's really this connection with the divine, and we're more connected with this divine compass. So they're saying on an individual level, on the journey, when you feel like you're out at sea, you're never alone on this journey. You always are. You have built work. You came with this journey with this divine compass. Along the way, we forgot to check in with it, or our connection with it got blocked, or we weren't paying attention as much, and now we're so divinely linked that when we steer the ship, we're already divinely connected with the divine. This is more of trusting and listening to that divine guidance, even when it may not even feel like physical sense to you in the moment. You just trust it more in the moment. So if I'm going to do something, but then all of a sudden I feel um, a divine feeling deep within me that no, that doesn't feel right. It's a feeling. You're really going to feel it. It's the energy. You're going to feel that that's not right. A lot with our thoughts and what we say to ourselves, that's getting cleared out as well, because sometimes that could steer us in directions that we're not supposed to experience again. So catching yourself for that. It's really being much more closely linked with the divine, and things are going to be steering in a more divine direction because we're following it. And so I wanted to post this message because I really love this. And every time you feel that you're going off course or you're a little bit lost at sea, they're saying you're never alone. Trust and listen to the most divine parts of you, because that's your divine compass, and it's right here, and it's right in the core of you. It's this divine connection you always have as you're steering your ship. And know and trust that the divine compass knows directions that you're not even aware of, and you cannot see all the levels of your journey from your perspective. So that's why we're being urged to trust and listen to the divine compass that will provide direction through all the different levels of the journey. There's so much going on in this weaving of our experience. And so trust your divine compass. It's what you're supposed to go by. Don't lose it again. And they said when you feel off course a bit, just check in again with this divine compass. It will never steer you wrong. Much love and guidance to you all along the way. Trust and listen to this, especially as we go into 2020. And it's almost, in a sense, what we've been so divinely cleared out for, to take this journey into the new. Let's go back to this. It's saying to explore new ventures and move forward with confidence. We are with you. And that's why this message is coming forth, so that we are going forward with more confidence, knowing that they are with you. And we are going for the new. We're all going farther now. And they want you to know that they're with you with this divine compass, and it's always with you. Just check in, and your divine connection is there for you. Trust and follow your divine parts of you as your divine compass. Always check in and follow that. It's beautiful. It will never steer you wrong. Much love and guidance to you all along the way. Trust and listen to your divine compass. We're all being divinely moved by it. Have great 2020. And this has been the Spirit Message, all about your divine compass. And I love this message. All the best to you on your journey following your divine compasses. Take care. Bye-bye.